Yoli. Okay. Released. Weight is released. So now I'm like, oh, I'm releasing. I'm in the process of releasing all excess weight. Thank you. Like I was saying that I'm releasing weight. I shared it in the group. I was telling everybody I'm releasing weight. I'm releasing weight. No, I'm in the process of my weight release. I'm in the process of my weight release. They're like, yeah, well, I'm in the process of releasing weight. They didn't know what I was talking about. I'm releasing weight. Oh yeah, thanks. So, yeah, I've released about, X amount of pounds. Really? Yeah, I released about a couple. I didn't even own a scale. I didn't even own a scale. I didn't even own a scale for like the first, I think, year almost. The only reason why I even bought a scale was because I had a diagnosis some years ago about something with PCOS, and it messes with your insulin resistance and stuff. And one of the side effects could be um, testosterone issues and stuff, like hormone imbalances, and it can cause an accumulation of fats buildup around the abdominal area. And if you can balance the hormones or whatever enough, it can assist with that, like insulin resistance, to kind of like keep the buildup from happening so much. So like my doctor for had tried like different types of medication just to for that and like other side effects of it, and I hadn't taken anything in like a year and a half like because they weren't working for me. So she wanted to try something since I had been working out and doing my own thing. Like ever since then, like I stopped dieting after I found that stuff out. And I went right back to working out 5 days a week, doing the program. And I did it for a year, eating whatever the heck I wanted, as much as I wanted. And my friends would post in the chat, oh, I made this mango and spinach smoothie, or oh, I made this baked tilapia with brown quinoa and for dinner, and I will post it, for me, a picture of Long John Silver's. Like, no joke. I'm like, oh, okay. Long John Silver's. The friest of the fried, greasiest of the greasy. Oh, I had Long John Silver's. This is what I'm having for dinner. You know, and weight was dropping. Like I would say inches was coming off, but I didn't even recognize it because I wasn't even thinking about it until like a year later when my doctor, we were talking, and I just said, I just something about my stomach area, whatever. And so she was like, well, I want to try you back on this stuff for like the PCOS, whatever. So I was taking some medication that she wanted me to have to try to even out stuff with that. And it assisted me with like a 6 pound release, and that's about it. But it also helped balance everything else. So obviously my blood work was incredible. Like, it helps to like prevent diabetes and all that type of stuff. So my numbers were incredible. So it did other things too. But she said a lot of people use it for like weight, for to drop their weight. But it only did drop mine by 6 pounds because I had already dropped like over 20 pounds on my own. You know what I mean? And I plateaued. So I started at around 312 ish, between 306 and 312, my highest being 312. And I got down to 282 by the end of my first 12 months. And I think it took me down 6 pounds so it got me out of the 80s and it put me into the 70s. And so I was like, oh, MG, I'm officially out of the 280s, because I was kind of plateaued at 282. And then I got down into the high 70s, like 278 to 277. And I was like super excited. When it crossed over to 279 for the first time, I was thrilled. Like I was screaming. But then when it got to it was like 276, I think I had officially I would think I was officially down, I think, or 286, something like that. I think when I got to 286, I was officially down like 30 pounds. And I had slowly graduated up to like extreme 28, the extreme level of Extreme 28 Fitness. I had graduated up to that by January of, I think, 2022 or December of 2021. I had graduated up. So I had been doing it consistently 5 days a week, no days off. I had a leg injury. I had hurt my knee doing some of the workouts, and I had to wear this big brace on my leg. Okay, guess what? I couldn't bend my leg. I had that brace on, and I sat down on a stool, and I still did all of the other workouts that I could do sitting down on that stool. I was like, no days off. I would go out of town. I'd be in my hotel room with my laptop still working out. No days off. Like, I took no days off. I was so committed. 5 days a week, no matter what. I was working out with the 2 rest days. Even if I had to alternate and work out on a rest day and then take the rest of another day for like whatever reason, I was working out. I didn't care. And you would do 4 rounds. Okay, if I couldn't do all 4 rounds, if I could only have time for 2 rounds today, we're doing the 2 rounds. Didn't matter. Like, I didn't care. And it got to the point to even where my friend was like, girl, you know you're the only one who still does the workout. I was like, what? Like, nobody else was doing them, you know? I didn't care. You know, and then she ended up like unsubscribing to them January of this year. So since then, from January to now, I've been just doing workouts on YouTube, and I came up on my 2-year anniversary this past May 25th of 2022. And when I weighed myself, I think like 2 days before then, I was officially down. I think I was 271. 271. And I was officially down 41 pounds. From a starting weight of 312 down to 271 in 2 years. And several inches, okay? I was wearing a size 26 in jeans, okay? That's like a 4X, 4X. I'm now in a size 2X jeans, 2X leggings, 2X, 1 to 2X tops. You know what I mean? If it's really stretchy, I can get into a 1X. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, but again, I didn't even own a scale for the first year because I didn't care. I didn't care. I weighed myself maybe once every 3 months. If I drove past the gym, I would pull over and weigh myself. I just didn't care because I was inspired to do this workout. Inspired action is what did it. Okay? Inspired action, not motivation. And I know, don't come for me, health and wellness and fitness community, because I know the word motivation is thrown around a lot. Everyone is like, you got to be motivated. You got to be motivated. You got to be motivated. I disagree. You have to be inspired. You have got to be inspired to transform. Motivation gets you so far because motivation is results driven. If you are motivated to do something, you are motivated for the purpose of getting the result, for the purpose of achieving the slim body. If you are inspired to take action to transform your body, you are going to transform your body. You're going to take action for the simple sake of the journey of transforming your body. Do you see the difference? You're not going to care about the results that are going to come with the journey. You are just going to be enjoying the journey. It's going to be about taking the action, not the results that come from the action that's being taken. That is the difference, in my opinion. In my opinion. Opinions may vary. It's my personal opinion. Because I was living by motivation. I was trying to be motivated. Every time it was time for me to get up and try to start a new diet, a new workout routine, a new something. Every time I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I'm tired of being fat. I need to lose weight. How can I get motivated? How can I get motivated? How can I stay motivated? Because once you get motivated, I think it's easy to get motivated. You can get motivated. Oh my God. It is so easy to get motivated to do something. But can you stay motivated? I have gotten motivated to do workouts, to get body together for the better part of 20 years. Okay? For almost 20 years, it's been easy to get motivated. It's been extremely difficult, damn near impossible, to stay motivated. This is the first time, these last 2 years from 2020 to 2022, this, by being inspired, this has been the first time that I've ever been inspired to work out and get my body together. This has been the first time I've ever been inspired to make any sort of steps for just having what I define as a healthier body, and be this committed and this just the discipline. And it's so natural. Like my workouts for these past 6 months, since I've been doing it on my own, have ranged anywhere from 5-minute intense ab workouts all the way up to 30-minute HIIT workouts. Sometimes it's just 10-minute deep stretching. You know, it's everything in between, from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But it's been all about the journey. And for the first year, I didn't even recognize that any weight was coming off. I was just working out. I would just get up and work out constantly, just working out. Every now and then I would take a picture, like, I think I got a little bit of cuts. I think I got a little bit of whatever. Or I might take a picture of, me doing a workout here and there, but it wasn't consistent. I wasn't always posting. I would just get up and work out, boom, get up and work out, and boom, and that's it. My friend, oh, what you about to do? I'm about to work out. But like, it was part of my life. It was part of my daily routine. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't paying attention to any results. I didn't even own a scale. I wasn't weighing myself. I wasn't using the tape measure. I wasn't blogging constantly about what my results. I wasn't doing what I eat in a day and trying to, I would work out and still being in my workout clothes, sweaty after a solid 30-minute HIIT workout, or doing the Extreme 28 Fitness, and then I would go and get in the car and drive and go pick up some Popeyes chicken, like, and eat, and come back home and eat Popeyes. Why? Because I decided, when I started working out, I decided that I can eat whatever I want, and it's going to nourish my body, and it's going to contribute to my weight release. Period. Because all food is good food. Anything that goes in this mouth is good. Period. I don't care what anybody else says. That doesn't apply to me. I don't care. I don't care what the statistics show. I don't care what the data is saying. I don't care what this magazine says. I don't care, what this evidence proves. I don't care what, these experts are saying. I don't care I don't care. Okay. That applies to whoever agrees with it. If you subscribe to that and to that evidence, bless. I'm not saying it's not true. It's 100% true. It's not true for me. It may be true for somebody. If it's true for you that you can't eat carbs and get the body that you desire, that's true for you. Bless. I bless you on your journey. But that don't apply to me. I can eat whatever I want and still continue to release weight from my body. Why? Because as of now, I've released 41 pounds from my body eating whatever I want. I've got abs coming in and I eat whatever I want. All the things that we've been told to condemn to not enjoy, to not indulge in, I indulge in. And I bless. And I'm 41 pounds lighter because of it. Because I decided that I can do whatever I want. This is my reality. This is my reality. Like, this is your reality. You can be, do, or have whatever you want. Law of attraction applies to you no matter what other evidence out there contradicts what you desire. It doesn't matter. There's literally so much evidence out there that contradicts everything that I am saying to you right now. Even though I am a pure manifestation of their contradiction. So if someone is saying, you can't just work out and think you're gonna lose weight. You can't just work out and eat French fries and drink soda and think you're gonna lose any weight and lose inches and be healthy. Bless. You're absolutely right. Because that's your reality. That's your belief. And you're going to be shown evidence to support that. The universe is going to make sure of it. I don't subscribe to that. In my reality, I can do that. I can. Because I did it. I am doing it. I'm doing it every single day. 24/7, 365. And 41 pounds has come off doing that. So what I'm saying is, do what works for you. But I'm talking about my journey. My journey may not be your journey. So do whatever works for you. Like I said, this may be unorthodox. You don't have to agree. Again, disclaimer, you don't have to agree with me. It's okay if you disagree with me. I'm just saying this is my journey. This is what worked for me, from somebody who had been struggling since the age of 12 with weight and body image, who hated this body, who hated food, who food was the enemy. And I said, I don't want to be at war with my body or be at war with food anymore. And I think even the changing point of being at war with food was watching this lady who was on a particular diet, I think it was the carnivore diet where you just eat meat. And she was had taken a bite of her son's birthday cake. And I think it was his birthday, and he just he was like little, really little. And he just had like a little spoon, and he just gave it to her, and she just was like, okay. And she just had like a little bite. And then she realized that after the party they had cleaned up and everything, and then she wanted like more cake. Like she had a taste, and then she had I think another bite, or like a big, and then she ended up having I think a whole piece of cake or something like that. And then she realized that she felt so guilty about it because this was not on her diet, because I think she had a binge issue and stuff like that. But she just realized that, oh my God. And she looked into the camera and said, I realized in that moment that I can no longer give myself permission to eat anything else that is not on this diet again for the rest of my life. And when I tell you, something inside of me broke, and I just started crying, because I was like, oh my God. And I said in that moment, with tears coming down my face, I said, I'm not going to cry because I have too much mascara on. I was like, I will never be at war with food again. Never in my life. I will never be at war with food again. And everything, my perspective of food changed. And that's when, I want to say a day or two later, is when I found those videos that I mentioned earlier about there's no such thing as bad food. It's only your perception of it. And what the food does to you is, again, only your perception of it. If you go into it thinking, if I eat this bowl of pasta, it's going to do this and it's going to do that. And it turns into this. And this is what it's going to do. And it's going to do this to me. And it's going to do that to me. If you're just affirming it's going to do nothing but negative things to your body, then your body is going to set itself up to receive all the negative things that it's going to do to your body. It's going to materialize. It's going to manifest itself. Especially if you've been telling that story that these certain food groups are going to destroy your body or are detrimental to your body for so many years. Of course, every time you consume them, you're going to have those reactions, right? I know, because I was doing that. I never in a million years thought that I could comfortably, guilt-free, consume all the yummy things that I've always loved and actually be slimming down at the same time. Especially the amounts that I eat sometimes. I don't eat tiny little portions. I'm not a small portions person. You know what I mean? I like healthy portions. Sometimes go back for seconds and thirds, and I'm still getting smaller. Talk about the power of your mind. I'm just saying, everything is what you say it is, because nothing in this reality is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Everything is probability. Quantum physics, everything is probability. Everything. So just food for thought. You know what I'm saying? Food for thought. No pun intended. But I'm just saying, everybody's right. Everybody is right. Everybody's technique works. Everybody's diet works. Everyone's information is right. Because it's all relative. It's right because you say it's right. It works because you say it works. The whole, if you say that the only way you can drop weight is to be in a calorie deficit and to not eat this and eat more of that and eat less of this, and you're right. You're right because you say you're right. Not because it is right. It is because you are declaring and affirming that it is right. And because you have decided that it is right, you are sending out a frequency of that. And the universe is bringing you back evidence to support that. That's all. Because if you believe something different, the universe will be bringing you evidence to support that too. If you don't believe me, take a look around. Take a look around at every single one of the diets that exist right now, and you have literally millions of people with a different testimonial about every single diet that exists on the planet. And guess what? Every single one of those people, all of their results are valid. The people who got results from doing Atkins, Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, the keto diet, being vegan, being vegetarian, doing the carnivore diet, doing the Beachbody diet, Shakeology, like every single one of their testimonials and their weight loss journeys are valid. They are all right. Why? Because they said that they were. Just like what I am doing, I think is right for me because I said it is. Because I declared that this is what's going to work. This is what's going to happen. Universe, this is just what it is now. I eat whatever I want and I still have the body of my dreams and I'm still super healthy. Period, point blank. Period. That's what it is. That's my reality. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's just what it is. And the universe is like, you're absolutely right. Let me keep showing you evidence of that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Period. This is my reality. You're always right in your reality. You're never wrong. The universe is not going to show you the opposite of what frequency you're giving out. You're never going to get that. You're always going to be proven right You're always going to be proven evidence to show you what you believe to be true. If you believe that eating carbs is bad, you're going to be shown evidence to support that. If you believe that you need carbs to sustain, you're going to be shown all kinds of evidence to support that. If you believe that it's all a bunch of malarkey and you can eat whatever the hell you want and still be healthy, you're going to be shown evidence to support that, which is what kind of happened to me. Not that I believe it's all a bunch of malarkey, because I think everybody's opinion is 100% valid. 100% valid. And you're absolutely right. And you have a right to believe whatever you want to believe because it works for you. I'm here to validate everybody's opinion because all of your opinions are valid. Just like my opinion is valid. I'm not here to debate. I'm not here to tell you that you're, because you're not wrong. You're right. You're right. I'm just sharing my story and my journey. And I just don't want anyone out there who may be struggling with the same thing that I'm struggling with and maybe haven't been able to find a combination of things that work. Look at your belief system. Look at what you believe. Look at the narratives that's running in your mind. What do you believe to be true about weight? And why do you want it to go away in the first place? I wanted to move better. And I'm moving a lot better. I really am. No more, oh my gosh, I can't walk anymore. No more hurtful recovery time. Like none of that. I'm good. Even though this might still be a little sore, I can still walk. It's not like before. And I'm so happy about that. You know, soon I'll be able to like strut in my heels again. I'm claiming it. You know what I'm saying? But bit by bit, you just got to start chipping away from those old belief systems, those limiting beliefs that may have been holding you hostage, because you don't have to live there, boo. You don't. You can free yourself from those shackles. Just let them go, because they're anchoring you. They're anchoring you and they're keeping you from thriving. You don't have to subscribe to anything that does not resonate with you. I have a video about that. You know, like you don't have to subscribe to something that doesn't resonate with you. Dieting does not resonate with me, so I don't subscribe to that. And so I asked God, I asked the universe to show me something that will still resonate with me, because the goal, I still wanted to be healthier. I still needed some of the bulk to come off of me so I could move better and feel better and not have as much pain in my knees. But I still wanted to eat whatever I wanted. I didn't want to give up being a foodie. And lo and behold, it was delivered to me. And it was delivered to me in a way that I could receive it, in a way that I could understand it. And I was given this inspired action to keep working out. And I have been inspired every single day since May 25th of 2020. It is now June 4th of 2022. I even worked out today. And I'll be working out tomorrow. 5 days a week, no matter what. I haven't even had a relationship this long. This is the longest commitment I've ever made to any type of program at all, because it's just inspired. Inspired action keeps you on the path. It keeps you on the journey for the sake of being on the journey. You're not worried about results. You just want to be on the journey, just to feel the movement, just to be on the journey. My friend a year ago had to tell me, when we were on the phone and we just happened to be talking about it, they would keep commenting on my Facebook posts or on Instagram. Like, I'm like, oh my God, look at these new pants, or oh my God, look at this. And they'd be like, every once in a while I might do something like, oh, look, my pants are getting loose or whatever, but not often, because a lot of times I just didn't really notice until people started flooding me with messages. They would have to tell me, like, girl, do you not see They're like, girl, you getting skinty. And I'm like, am I? Oh, thank you. But then my friend, the one who introduced me to the program, she was like, I don't think you really understand just how far you've come. I don't think you see it. Have you ever done a side-by-side picture? And I was like, no, I haven't. And she was like, I'm about to do one right now. And we were on the phone and she took the picture of me in the bridesmaid's dress in 2019. And she did a side-by-side picture of me in some new leggings workout leggings I had just got like the week before. And she said, I'm just sending you this because you're in the same picture. She's like, I think you're always beautiful, whatever size, but here, just so you can see. I don't think you understand the difference. And she sent it to me. And I think I'll put that one in as well so you guys can see that one too. And she sent that one to me, and that was in 2021. And she was like, look at this. And I saw that picture, and while I was on the phone, I cried because that was the first time I actually saw the difference. And I think I was like literally in like almost 300. I think I was maybe like 308 pounds in the picture of the wedding because I caught myself trying to slim down a little bit, but I was still like in the 300s. And I saw my picture of just like the week before that I had taken of me looking not cute, but just showing off the leggings. I could not believe my eyes. I could not believe my eyes. And all I was doing was working out and eating whatever. I cried. I cried so hard. And she said, Fran, when people are telling you, girl, you are killing this, we're not joking. Like, she said, you are the topic of many people's conversation. Every time you post a new picture, we're like, damn, does Tiffany not? She is getting it. People had to start telling me and showing me. That's what inspired action does. You become oblivious to the fact that you're even getting results. That's how much you don't even care about the results, and they just start coming. So this video was over 30 minutes long, and it's about to be longer because I'm about to add some pictures. I hope you hung in here with me. I hope you were inspired, and I hope you got something from it, because I really just wanted to come back on here and give you all these updates to let you know I'm still doing it. I'm still working out. I'm still eating whatever I want. And I'm still keeping to my mindset, my own personal beliefs. Sorry, that was my stomach growling because I'm hungry. And I'm about to go in here and make some fried chicken tenders on a sub sandwich. I'm going to make a sandwich out of it and make some pasta shells with cheese and have some chocolate fudge ice cream for dessert. And then I'm going to work out tomorrow, and I'm still going to be slimming down, and I'm going to come back next year with another video so you can see how I got even skintier, because that's what I decided. Okay, so I'm just saying, the point of this is your reality. This is your reality. You decide what's going to happen. Like, you decide how things are going to affect you and what's not going to affect you, and how. I want everyone out there to be, as Roxy Talks says all the time, happy, healthy, and whole. So whatever that looks like for you as an individual, bless. But however it resonates, if it resonates with you to cut the carbs and cut the sugar, then that is what is meant for you. That is the path of least resistance for you, and you are going to feel good doing it. You are going to be naturally guided. You are going to be inspired to do it. You're not going to miss it. You're not going to crave it. It's going to come with ease. and it's going to be so natural. You're not going to feel like you need to get on a soapbox and preach it and tell other people that they need to do it. You're not going to you're not going to be condescending to other people who are not adopting your diet or your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what people who have inspired action do. I feel like that's more of a motivating factor. I'm just saying. I just find that people who are coming from a place of motivation, who feel like they have something that they need to gain, like results driven, you know what I mean, tend to do that. And it could be condescending and it can just come off really ugly sometimes. But if you can feel the energy that people who are really genuine and who are just doing this for themselves, it's a whole different energy than people who are doing it to be seen, or who are doing it because it's a trend, because oh, this is what other people are doing, so I need to jump on this too, so I can be seen and I can be part of a crew and I can be part of a clique, or I have a superiority complex, so I'm going to jump on this because I need to be superior to other people and make everyone else feel bad that they're not doing what I'm doing. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you don't eat carbs, or I don't care if you're a vegan, I don't care if you're on the carnivore diet, I don't care if you're on Weight Watchers or you're doing Nutrisystem, or I don't care if you're doing Shakeology. Like, I don't care. I don't care what your dietary requirements or dietary needs. I don't care how you choose to eat, or what you choose to not eat. Bless. You know what I'm saying? Do not shame me or condemn me for what I choose to put in my body, though, because what I choose to eat, or maybe what I need to eat, you know what I mean, for my dietary purposes, may not be what you require. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe if you don't eat dairy because you're making a conscious decision to not eat dairy, that's fine. Maybe I need dairy. Maybe my body requires it to work properly, to function, or whatever. Like you just, we don't know people's health issues. And like, I just think, like, to just kind of blatantly be disrespectful and condemn people for how they choose to eat, or especially something so personal like somebody's dietary preferences. I think that's the same as like attacking somebody's like religious preferences, or sexual orientation preferences, or whatever. Like, why would you do that? Like, don't do that, because you don't know what people need. You don't know what the type of nutrition that an individual needs to have to sustain their particular body, their gut health, or their type of, you know what I mean, or what type of maybe deficiencies that they have that can only come from animal products, or can only come from plants, or can only come from certain herbs, like, that they need to consume to be okay. Like, you don't know. So let's not go around making assumptions about people because of their dietary choices, first of all. Okay, let's not do that. So, because again, it's a very personal journey. But again, bringing this back around to energy and frequency, it's still your reality, and you can still choose for whatever foods that you consume to do whatever you want them to do. Dr. Hugh Lin, who's passed away now, he co-wrote the book Zero Limits with Dr. Joe Vitale. And if you don't know Dr. Joe Vitale, he was featured in the movie The Secret, but he also has a phenomenal story. So definitely look up Dr. Joe Vitale. And he has a number of books that he's written. And he used to be, he was homeless for a very long time as well. And then he came in, he into his own, and he blew up. Okay. Like, yes, bless. His life manifested into an incredible life. And he has a really incredible story. But he was going out with Dr. Hewlin one time. In his book Zero Limits, he tells the story. And Dr. Hewlin was, definitely research him. He was very remarkable. And Dr. Joe Vitale just assumed that Dr. Hewlin was, going to want to eat at some maybe like holistic type of, or maybe whole, not necessarily holistic, but like a maybe like a vegetarian, or vegan, or type of restaurant, or some place that was like really really fancy, or that just catered to like certain more whole foods type of place, or something like that, because of who he was. He was, the type of doctor he was, and very zen and very whatever. But the only place that was open, I think, was like a greasy burger joint or something. And so he took him there reluctantly, and he was just kind of ready to get all kinds of mess, and ridicule for bringing him there, because he was really nervous. But Dr. Hugh Lin opened the menu, and he told the waitress, "I'll have like a the biggest like cheeseburger you have, with like double cheese, or double cheese with extra cheese and all this other stuff." And then Dr. Joe Vitale was like stunned. He was like, "Okay, I guess I'll have what he's having too." And then he was like, "I'm surprised that somebody like you, Mr. Holistic Zen Master type sir, would be eating like this." Like, he said, like, "What do you mean?" He said, "I just didn't expect that you would be the kind of person to like eat like burgers and stuff." And he said, "I have 2 chili dogs every day for breakfast." And he was like, "What?" And he told him, "It is not the food that is bad. It is your thoughts about the food." And because he teaches Ho'oponopono, and please research that, because that has done wonders in my life. And he says you clean on something. That's what Ho'oponopono is, when you clean on something. And he said, "I clean on my food," and it's like almost, I want to say like a blessing, but he cleans on his food, and that's my point. And he said, "It's not the food that is bad." He said, and he talks about, if you eat something and it gives you indigestion, it's not the food that gave you indigestion. It's your thoughts that you were having about the food, and while you were consuming the food, that is what gave you the indigestion. It wasn't the food itself. And that's my point. It is not the food necessarily that makes you fat, or that gives you indigestion, or that does this to you, or does that to you, or causes this ailment or that ailment. It is your thoughts about the food, and it's what you believe the food can do, because food is just food. Food is like a table. It's like a remote. It's like this remote control. Food is just food. It's just a thing. It's an object. You know what I mean? And it has no meaning unless you give it meaning. An Oreo is just an Oreo. A cookie is just a cookie unless you give it a meaning. Like, it does nothing. It does nothing to you unless you assign it meaning. Right? A chicken tender is a chicken tender unless you assign it meaning. A green smoothie with chia seed and flaxseed in it does nothing for you unless you assign it meaning. Protein powder does nothing for you unless you assign it meaning. The keto diet does nothing for you unless you assign it meaning. Being a vegetarian does nothing for you unless you assign it meaning. Being on no diet does nothing for you unless you assign it meaning. Do you understand where I'm going with this? So it's not the thing. It's your belief about the thing. It's the belief about what you think the diet will give to you. It's about what you think you can accomplish, what you think the diet will provide you. If you believe that, okay, if I get on this particular diet, or if I start this lifestyle that includes becoming a fill in the blank, or if I become a person who only eats within these particular food groups or only eats these type of things, then my body is going to be FWXYZ. If that's your declaration, if that is what you have decided, be it unto you according to your faith. That's what's going to manifest. Right? Just like anything else in the universe. That's how that works, to my understanding. My understanding, okay? I'm not speaking for anybody. This is my understanding, okay? But if everything is what you say it is, wouldn't that make sense? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm not, listen, this is in no way a disrespect, a shade. We're not blasting the fitness in the diet industry whatsoever. Bless all of you out there, because there's a purpose. They have helped millions of people because millions of people believe in them, and they have value, because they have value with a lot of people. A lot of people have received a lot of success, and I'm sure they've saved people's lives. They've been a wake-up call for a lot of people, and they have value. Of course they do. Of course they do. I was all up in that for years. And then I moved away from it when I was no longer in vibrational alignment with, I guess, the ultimate selling points of, I don't know. I guess we weren't here anymore. I just grew in a different way. My mindset changed, and I required different things that just didn't line up with what that industry was providing. And so I had to create my own lane. My own lane was, I am working out 5 days a week, and I'm eating whatever I want. I ask my body what it wants, and it tells me. I check in with whatever it is that my body wants, and that's what I give it. I said this in my previous video. I ask my body, what do you have a taste for? That's what I try to give it. And I noticed that the days when I am able to satisfy what I have a taste for, I eat less. Really, because once you've satisfied the taste, it's just like, okay, I'm good now. I eat so much less, and I'm so much satisfied. Like, I'm satisfied for longer periods of time, because you're not like rummaging, trying to like just putting stuff in your mouth just for the sake of putting stuff in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a taste for some chicken, go get you your chicken. If you have a taste for a really good Caesar salad, oh my gosh, how good is a Caesar salad? Can we talk about that? Like, if you have a taste for a good Caesar salad, go and get your Caesar salad. You know what I'm saying? If you have a taste for some really good fish, go and get your fish. If you have a taste for some really good ice cream, go get your ice cream. Because you'll find that really a lot of times we just want a taste of it, right? Like, how many times you're like, oh my God, I just want some ice cream. I just want to taste the ice cream. And you literally just get like a teaspoon, and you just have your teaspoon of ice cream, like 1 or 2 teaspoons. And you're like, okay, I'm done. And you're fine. And you don't even want a bowl of ice cream. You just need it like a couple of spoons of ice cream, and you're fine. And you're done. Right? That's why I always keep all kinds of goodies with me. And, there are people I know who are like, nope, it can't even be in the house. It can't even be in the house. I can't have the cookies. I can't have the cakes. I can't have the ice cream. I can't have the chips. Nope, it can't even be in the house. And I said, for me, it has to be in the house. For me. Because when I have a taste for it, I want my taste of it. Because when I have a whole pack of Oreos that are not even open yet. In the past, they would have been gone like within 2 or 3 days. Like I would have eaten like a whole sleeve within a day, like in one sitting. Now that pack of Oreos has probably been there for like a month, like maybe like 2 months now, unopened, because I don't require to have it all the time because I know it's there. I guess maybe psychologically, I just need to know that it's there. And just because I know that my sweets are there when I want them, I guess there's a comfort in that. And then knowing that I'm not restricting myself and then I'm not feeling guilty about it, even though every once in a while that voice will try to creep in like, girl, why are you eating? Don't, because I can. And I just shut it down real quick or whatever, you know. But I guess there's a comfort in knowing that I have my cookies there and I can have it if I want to. I'm still slimming down. I'm fine. All food is good food. You know, just saying those affirmations and just I just know there's a comfort in that. And knowing that there's no restriction. I can have what I want to have. Bless. And then suddenly like there's no cravings like that. I don't get a lot of cravings like I used to. It's really crazy. I think it's doing something to me psychologically, like something good, where sometimes I don't need any sweets at all, which is crazy. Like sweets last for me. They last. Where once upon a time, absolutely not. They wouldn't last. They wouldn't last more than a day. Like, I would eat an entire box of oatmeal cream pies, like in one sitting in a day. Are you kidding me? Like now, they'll be there for days, like weeks. You know what I'm saying? So something is happening, and I know it has to do with my mindset change. I know it does. I know it does. And I have to contribute it to, of course, the amazing people that I follow on YouTube, like Roxy Talks and Brown and Bendy and Chana Campbell and Brian Scott, Montez Davis, and Joseph Rodriguez and stuff like that. And, you know, using the different techniques of, you know, Abraham Hicks, of course, Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, of course, you know, Dr. Hugh Lynn and stuff like that with Ho'oponopono, and just really getting into the practice, learning that your words, your thoughts, your vibration, getting into alignment with what feels right for you, not allowing the outside world to dictate and tell you what you can and cannot do, what you can and cannot have, what you should and should not be doing. Oh, this is going to ruin you. Oh no, this is going to help you, or this is going to do this, or you need to look like this so that you can, you know, have value in life, or whatever. I was talking about that in my last video called The Idea of Pretty Privilege and Law of Attraction. You can check that out if you want if you want to go down that rabbit hole. But this is your reality. This is your life. Like, you don't have to let anybody tell you anything. And I know sometimes you can feel like this is easier said than done sometimes, which we know that that's a limiting belief too. But I understand that, because the narrative can be loud. The narrative can be loud. I'm with you. Like, I know I have to shut it down myself. I'm dealing with other things right now, and the narrative is loud, and it's in my face. It's right here. You know what I mean? And I have to keep trying to remind myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. I'm with you, but I'm telling you, I am conquering something that I never thought in a million years that I'd be able to conquer, and it's really, really been a ride, and it's been a rewarding ride, and it's been an unconventional ride, an unorthodox ride. But listen, like I said in my previous video, don't let logic kill your manifestation. It might be illogical the way I've been releasing weight. That's fine, because manifestation isn't logical all the time. Faith isn't logical. You know, our manifestations don't have to come in a way that's logical to people. Who cares if it's illogical? Who cares if it doesn't make sense? Who cares if it challenges the status quo and it goes against everything that a whole bunch of other people have decided? is the truth or facts or whatever. It doesn't have to be your truth. This is your reality and your experience, and you're experiencing it your way, harmoniously through the path of least resistance in the best way that is working for you. So we are done. Done. I'm going to insert all the pictures. I'm sorry. I know this video was really, really long, but I really just had a lot to say about this subject because I get, asked about it, and I talk about it because a lot of people who I know, there's resistance there. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like they push back against my way of achieving, the results so far, the progress. I don't even want to say results, but the progress that I've made so far. And, I'm not done, of course. Yes, I still have, some toning to do and stuff like that, but it's coming, bless, progress is coming every day, but I'm not where I was. Okay. 271 is a far cry from 312. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that I've been able to do it on my own, at my own pace, doing it my way, enjoying and indulging in the foods that I love to enjoy and indulge in with no problems, and still having great numbers, blood sugar great, blood pressure looking great, everything looking great, and still down 41 pounds in 2 years, and a whole bunch of inches, getting into clothes and dresses and jeans, and just, blessed. And you'll see when I post the pictures, and you'll be like, wow, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So if I can do it, and you just sat through this whole story, and you know where I came from, the mental, the emotional, the psychological detriment that I had to overcome to even get to this space of acceptance, and then being open to the receptive mode of change, and then being open to receiving the change, even if it came in an unorthodox way. If I can do that, you can do that. And this goes for anything, not just weight or body image, with anything in your life. So, like, share, subscribe. If the spirit moves you to donate to the channel, feel free to do that. The Cash App link will be in the description as well. Thank you all so much. Thank you for sticking around for 2 hours. This was a great conversation. I hope you all are inspired. Love you all. Bless, and shout out to everybody in the fitness and wellness and diet community. I know that your heart's in the right place, and bless to everybody who's on their own journey. And I appreciate you all, and do you, boo, whatever that means, whatever that looks like. And take care, and I'll see you next time.